Counting down the hits with Jake Owen. We talked about Pearl a little bit through the show, but she just had her first birthday.
Yeah, can't believe it. I cannot believe a year has flown by. I've watched her just grow up so much in a year. You know, she started walking, and
that's a lot. That's a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah,
When they get mobile,
it's crazy now that she's mobile because she can fall into things quicker. You know, she's run into a couple corners already and things like that, and scaring me.
You mentioned earlier you had her out on the road. Childproofing a bus must have been an interesting experience.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. She's got her bus legs pretty good. You know, riding down the road trying to stand up. That's probably what made her stand easier is learning how to stand up while you're going 80 miles an hour down the road. But it's been fun having her out there and watching her grow up. And plus, she's got all the band members, all the guys in my crew. So she has about 20 uncles.
Yeah,
out on
I'll
the
bet.
road. Yeah, so she's got a bunch of guys watching out for her.
That means she's even more spoiled.
Yeah, right.
She jabbering yet?
She found her own voice and she screams a lot. Not in a screaming way where she just will go, ah, for a while, hold a note out, you know?
You take her out to the shows with her big earphones on?
Yeah, she's got little pink ones that we put on her. And usually it gives her about 2 or 3 songs in and she passes out. She falls asleep. I think it's the vibration of the... See, I hope it's the vibration, unless it's me. Unless my show's putting her
to sleep. How often does she get out on the road with you?
I think she only missed 2 or 3 shows this year.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's cool. That's very cool.
It is. Yeah, it is. And I've got tons of photos of her, and it's been fun just documenting her whole journey.
And I think I saw a picture you tweeted out on Halloween in a little, was it bee costume?
Yeah, she was a bumblebee. Yeah.
So how can you feel a change? Have you changed? Haven't that moment when you realized that maybe you weren't the center of the universe? And
yeah, I was telling some people that earlier. You know, I keep saying no, I haven't changed. I mean, I feel like I should though. You know, I mean, I find myself I'm the same guy. I think I'm a great dad. I think I'm a great husband. My wife would tell you that. I think that I do a great job with my child, but I still have days where like she just looks up at me and I'm like, are you, I'm responsible for you for like the rest of your ever loving life. It's such an awesome responsibility, but at the same time too, I'm okay to say it. Like it freaks me out sometimes. Like last night, she kind of bumped her head on a doorway, you know. I mean, there was nothing that I could do about it. She's a kid, and she bumped her. But I felt so guilty for like the next 3 hours when she'd look up at me with this egg on her head. I felt so bad. Like, why didn't I think to coat that corner of that piece of furniture with a? You just can't.
And it's my pleasure to tell you that will never, ever end. I don't care how old you are or how old she is, that will never end.
Always worried
Promise.
about it.
Yep, always. You change diapers?
I do. I change diapers really well. She loves it when I give her bottle because she can fall asleep in my arm. And that once Lacey stopped feeding, you know, and we went to a bottle, it was a lot easier for us because she was so diligent about it, you know, was wanting to do as long as she could. But now that she's about a year old, it's so much easier. Like I can go in there at night and feed her a bottle if she's crying and she falls asleep in my arms. And like, there's not really much better than that when she's just curled up right there and kissed her on her head and her little fine hair. It smells so good.
And you're right. You haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, I haven't changed. What are you talking about?
You can just to hear you talk. I love it. That's cool stuff. Well, back to the countdown here with Daddy Jake Owen. We're at 22. This is Hunter Hayes, and everybody's got somebody but me.